இல்லை மாற்ற முடியாது.
இதை கலட்டி விட்டு
ஃபோனை நேரம் ஆகிட்டு ஃபோனில் ஆட்டோடய போட்டுதே இருக்குது.
சேர்க்குதா இப்படி வச்சு லிங்க் எடுத்துகிட்டையும் போல இருக்குது, நேராக வச்சு லிங்க் எடுத்துகிட்டையும் போல இருக்குது.
அப்படியா?
அதனால் அது
லிங்க்கு மாற்ற முடியாது.
லிங்க்கு மாற்ற முடியாது. போட்டோம் கண்டதும்
தெரியுது.
இன்னும் காட்டில ரொட்டேட் டிவைஸ்.
அதான் இப்போ ஃபோனை கரெக்டி யூஸ் திருப்பினா கரெக்டாகிடும். கரெக்டாக இப்போ காட்டாது. ஆக்சுவலி எப்படி எடுக்க முடியாதுல்ல.
வேறு எதுவும் ஆப்ஷன் இருக்கா?
காணாமல் இப்படி ஃபோன் நேரம் வச்சுக்கிட்டு நம்ம இப்படி வைக்க முடியாதுல்ல ஃபோனை.
இப்படி வைக்க முடியாது. நம்ம லிங்க் போடும்போது இப்படி வச்சு
அப்படியே போட்டேன். ஆனால்
ரேட்டு மாற்றிக்குவார். ஆப்ஷன் இல்லை.
மேலே இல்லை, சைடில் தான் வேணும். ஃபோனை ரொட்டேட் ஆகும். ஃபோனை ரொட்டேட் பண்ணிப்பாரு.
ரொட்டேட் பண்ணிட்டு ஆட்டோ
அதை ஆஃப் பண்ணிவிட்டு ரொட்டேட் ஆஃப் பண்ணிப்பாரு.
இல்லை அது லிங்க் எடுத்ததே பிரச்சனை இல்லை. தெரிஞ்சு
அப்படி கூப்பிடுங்க.
சிரமப்படுத்துகிற மாதிரி இருக்கு. க்ளோஸ் பண்ணால்
க்ளோஸ் பண்ண லைவே க்ளோஸ் ஆகிடும்.
புது லிங்க் எடுத்து
புது லிங்க் எடுத்தால் எல்லாத்தையும் லிங்க் போயிடுச்சு.
ஒன்றும் தெரியாது. எல்லாருமே ஃபுல் ஸ்டேப்பில் பார்ப்பாங்க.
நம்ம இங்கே இருந்தே கவர் எல்லாரும் எந்திரிச்சு நின்றுவாங்க. இங்கேருந்தே கவர் பண்ணுவோம்.
இப்படி ரொட்டேட் ஆகுது, டைட்டாக இருக்கும். இங்கிட்ட ரொட்டேட்.
இதை லூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. இதை லூஸ் பண்ணி ஈஸி.
இங்கே எதுவும் அட்ஜஸ்ட்மெண்ட் இருக்கா? இப்போ ஈஸியாக இருக்குது.
வரும்போது ஜூம் பண்ண முடியல பாருங்க. அதுக்கு மேலே
புரியல. காரணம் சொல்லிட்டு காமிக்கவா?
காமிங்க அதனால நீங்கள் வரும்போது அப்படியே காமிச்சிருங்க. அசல் இந்த ஃபோன் லைவ் லிங்க் கொடுக்குறப்ப நிஷாருன்னு சொல்லி ஒருத்தர் நிஷாருன்னு சொல்லி ஐம்பத்தில் பயானியில் லைவ் அடிக்கடி போடுவோம். அந்த லிங்கை டைப் பண்ணுறாங்க அப்படியே அப்படியே பண்ணி லிங்க் மாறி சொன்னாங்க. எல்லாருமே லைக் 88 லைக் வந்திருக்கு. லைவ் 29 லைக் 88 லைக் நீங்களே பார்ப்பாங்க. நல்ல ஆமாம் ஆரம்பிச்சுட்டாங்க. காரம் வந்து காரமாக தாண்டா இருக்கு. இப்போ கேட்குதா? அடுத்து நீ உட்காரு பிரச்சனை இல்லை. ஆமாம், அது அவர் இந்த ஆப்ஷன் போயிடுவோம். இந்த ஆப்ஷன் போயிடுவோம். அவுட்புட்லேருந்து மாட்டணும். ஆம்புலேருந்து அவுட்புட் வருங்க, அதை எடுத்து மாட்டணும். மைக்கோட இது அதில் வந்து கேமரா அந்த இது ஆன் பண்ணோம். அந்த மைக்கில் ஒரு சுவிட்சில் வச்சு நம்ம இந்த மைக்கில் பண்ணுவோம். ஹலோ ஹலோ கேக்குதா? ஹலோ எதுவும் செய்ய வேண்டாம். ஹலோ 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 இல்லை வாட்ஸ்அப் இதை மட்டும் அப்புறமேட்டு வச்சு அந்த மைக் மேலே பார்த்து
gain your qualification and it gives you a great chance to celebrate all that you have achieved. I welcome you all, my dear alumni. A warm word of welcome to the dignitaries and invitees for having spared their valuable time to be a part of this ceremony. I am pleased to introduce today's chief guest, Professor Dr. J. Kumar, to this August gathering, and subsequently let me present a brief account of the academic record of our institution. Our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. J. Kumar, is a man of academic excellence and administrative capabilities. He has adorned himself with the academic qualifications of MSc PhD from India and DSSTM from Italy. His service in education and research prolongs a remarkable tenure of more than 30 years. Having specialized in technologically important crystals and devices, he has been granted patents for his distinctive inventions entitled A Process of Characterize Biochemical Reactions Using Sensor Instrumentation Based on Capacitance and Conductance Change, as well as disposable nitric oxide sensor construction using gallium nitrate nanowires and its methods thereof. Besides being the consultant of the ongoing project Growth of High Purity Alumina Crystals, NALCO, worth rupees 44 lakhs, SAR has also successfully completed 18 projects by capping research grants worth more than 10 crores from Indian funding agencies such as DST, DRDO, AICTE, UGC, EOE, RUSA, as well as from the World Academy of Sciences in Italy. Prior to assuming the office of the Vice Chancellor of Marie University, Professor Dr. J. Kumar has held various administrative positions at Anna University. To cite a few, he had been Registrar in charge of Anna University, UGC DSR Faculty Fellow at the Crystal Growth Center, Board of Director, Anna University, Atal Incubation Foundation, and Director of the units such as Crystal Growth Center, Center for Technology Development and Transfer, and Planning and Development as well. While three scholars are pursuing PhD under his guidance at present, Professor Dr. J. Kumar has the distinction of having produced 24 PhD scholars. His rich research experience holds a record of having published 165 research articles, most of which are in research journals with high repute and impact factor. Switzerland, South Korea, France, Austria, Thailand, Taiwan, Dubai and Sharjah as visiting professor as well as for research and training. These invitations from all around the globe are significant accolades and recognition for his scholarly prominence in this field. In addition to the 40 audio-visual programs conducted by him, he has completed 4 courses from Global Initiative of Academic Networks in Higher Education and initiative of the Ministry of Human Resources and Development aimed at tapping the talented pool of scientists for strengthening India's scientific and technological capabilities. Our chief guest is the recipient of several awards and honors. To mention a few, he has been honored with the Jawaharlal Nehru Memorial Award, DAE Young Scientist Award, Tamil Nadu Scientist Award for Physical Sciences, Active Consultant Award, Best Innovation Award at Anna University, Arivial Kalanjiyam Award, Asia Pacific Academy of Materials Academician Award, and has also won the MHRD Scholarship for studying abroad. His contribution as the Chairman of the Selection Committee of the Tamil Nadu State Scientist Award in Physical Sciences, Vice President of Academy of Sciences, and member of several committees such as Tamil Nadu State Council for Science and Technology, 11th Planning, Prime Minister Committee on Solar Energy and Photonics, UGC Advisory Committee of Nagpur and Bharatiya Universities, Governing Council of Inter-University Accelerator Center, Commission on Crystal Growth and Characterization, as well as Academy of Sciences is highly phenomenal. Such an eminent personality is here with us today to grace this graduation day ceremony through his graduation day address and the conferment of degrees upon the young graduates. On behalf of this solemn gathering, I pray the Almighty to bless him with many more accolades in all his future endeavors. Our institution, since its inception in 1956, has been producing cultivated, young, talented students to serve the society and the nation as well. It turned into a co-educational institution in the year 1990. Since then, the women students started outnumbering gradually in terms of admission, results, as well as securing university ranks every year until 2015. After the conferment of autonomy to the institution in 2013, there has been a rapid increase in the number of students securing subject topper awards. 42 students have secured the subject topper award at the college level in the term examinations conducted in April 2020. I congratulate the subject toppers and the faculty for their stupendous efforts in bringing accolades to the institution. At this juncture, I am proud to report that our institution has been re-accredited with A grade, A++ grade, awarded only to a few best-in-class institutions for higher learning by NAC in the 3rd cycle this year. Our institution continues to make significant progress and is transforming itself with vision, passion and energy into an even higher quality, more relevant and sustainable institution to become an epitome of excellence. In this graduation day, we are going to confer degrees on 773 graduates, which include 153 postgraduate and 620 undergraduate graduates, both in the aided and unaided streams. Dear graduates, receiving your degree does not signal an end, but rather the beginning of a long journey. You are on the way to seek new vistas, dream new dreams, embark on who you are. Therefore, embrace life with passion, keep reaching for your stars, realizing your potential, use your skills, your knowledge and everything you have learned to become ethical in your future and strive to lead a life of meaning and impact. Aspire to achieve and be willing to make a difference. Make yourself proud, make your parents proud, make your institution proud, and make your country proud by being committed, hardworking and innovative. To conclude, as you cherish the fruits of your hard work, I wish that success keeps following you in everything that you do. I wish the young graduates the best in your lives and career. You, my dear graduates, will always belong to the distinguished group of eminent thinkers and wise planners. May your names reflect credit upon the institution which has been your home during the formative period of your life. Once again, I welcome you one and all. Thank you. Now I invite the Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Dr. J. Kumar, Vice Chancellor, Madurai Kamaraj University, Madurai, to address the candidates.
ரொம்ப ஹெட்வோர்டு பின்னாடி இருக்க ஸ்பீக்கர் இந்த ரெண்டு சைடு ஸ்பீக்கர் ஆஃப்
வயர்
ரொம்ப இழுக்க வராது டையில் போட்டால் டையினுடைய மூமெண்ட் இதாகும். ஹலோ, குட் மார்னிங். ஓகே ஓகேவா? குட் மார்னிங் டு ஆல் ஆஃப் யூ. Janab Sendal Miran, the President, Dr. Muhammad Miran, the Principal, Dr. Darwish Moidin, my dear friend Professor Kannan, the college management, the controller of examinations, dear students, dear graduates, parents and others who have gathered here. In any such graduation ceremony, there is always a message to take home. This, as told by the principal, is not the end of a journey. This is the beginning of a real life. We pass through many stages of life. One is the birth of any human being, and naturally there is a process, and then there is an end to this life. In between, we pass through several stages of life. We pass through a school, we pass through a college, then we go to some kind of an employment, then ultimately we try to live in harmony with the nature. But the fundamental passage is to live our own life. So I want to emphasize to the graduates, you always believe that you are very important. The sense of belief is very important, be it any religious belief, scientific belief, or whatever it is. The sense of belief is the fundamental to the passage of life. You always believe that you are very important. Once you believe you are very important, you will realize that your neighbors, friends, family are all important. Why should I believe I am important? The reason is very simple. Every aspect of life that you see is what goes inside your mind. Every aspect of life you read or hear is what goes inside you, and that becomes important to you. So you know how to distinguish between one observation and the other observation. If I see something which is very pleasant, it is my belief. The neighbor may not see it that way. If you read a book, you will take some important messages. The same cannot be read by your friend. You will read a quote of Quran or Bible or any other belief system, but then you have a certain phrase, a certain quote which goes inside you very deep. I have met very eminent people, particularly, for example, Kalam, who became the president of this country. When I had a fortune of talking with him on the first time, I had met him several times, but at the very first time when I met him and asked for some discussion, he was only very focused. He did not see me as an individual. He did not see my so-called request, but he saw the nation as a whole. That is what I learned from him. The first incident, he said, don't talk about facilities, don't talk about equipment. I want you to project something. I want you to visualize a problem and then make it deliverable. The second time I had a long conversation with him was at the Rajbhavan, where I went on to invite him to establish a major activity. At that time also, I was very surprised that he mentioned the same expression. He said, I was in a different position when I met him at the first time when he was the scientific advisor. Then when I met him at Rajbhavan, he was in a different position as the President of India. But please remember, he did not change his words. I had opportunities to listen to him on several such graduation meetings and several other times. But when he personally had an interaction with him, I was really surprised. The first meeting he said, don't ask for equipment, don't ask for facilities, project something for the future and give me a plan. The same words he mentioned after 10 years. He did not remember me, but what I could see in this expression was his belief system, that he wanted people at some level to deliver to the society. So that is what I am trying to convey to you. When I say you believe that you are important, you should see yourself in delivering something to your society. There are many stories I would like to. One is the book, and another great person I met was Salam. It used to be little difficult for me to remember both the names parallelly. One is Kalam, another is Salam. Abdul Salam was a man of very high caliber in physics world. You all know perhaps that Einstein and the equal was Feynman, who are very highly regarded as Nobel Prize winners in physics community. There are many other Nobel laureates, including Ranjan, including the last year's Nobel Prize winner. I remember all of them. But to my understanding, Abdul Salam was a man who gave a different understanding of physics. I don't want to teach a lesson of physics here, but I want to mention, if any one of you have the time, kindly go and search for Abdul Salam. You can see a movie made out of him. It was a biopic. It was made on Salam's life. Salam was born in Pakistan and he went on to Cambridge, and from Cambridge he wanted to come back and teach physics in Pakistan. For some reasons, people don't recognize the other person correctly. So don't give up. Kindly take these words. Many may not recognize you in the proper way. You may have certain potentials, but people will give you some job or a work, and you will not be completely satisfied with it because they don't see your potential. They only see the activity they want to be accomplished. Similarly, Salam was given a job other than teaching physics, and he was not happy with it, and so he left Pakistan. He was not properly recognized, and so he left Pakistan and he went back to Cambridge. And in Cambridge, Once again, he had the fortune of interacting with eminent people, and he evolved a theory which till today many physicists do not very properly understand. It is called as a string theory. It is about understanding the forces surrounding us. Many of you know there are simple forces of nature which are described as electromagnetic forces, which has an attraction or repulsion. Then we have a gravitational force, and likewise there are very clearly a force system which are very properly understood individually. But to collectively understand this, nobody had the vision, and Salam went on to predict what was known as a string theory. String is about networking these forces. So that great man, I had once again the fortune of meeting him in Italy. He spearheaded an organization by name International Center for Theoretical Physics in a very small town, I should say, in Italy by name Trieste. I want everybody to kindly listen, because many of you have not come here to listen stories, particularly those parents who are sitting at the back. They want to talk to themselves. I wish there is no noise here, because these are very important facts. I want the graduates to listen. This kind of experiences you will not get, because it is an experience by a few people like me who had the fortune of learning from Salam's life. Salam establishes a small office which is one, and let us say something like 8 feet by 12 feet, a very small office in the small town which is known as Trieste, which is a border between Italy and Austria. I still hear a lot of noise. If people who are sitting at the back have personal reasons, I wish you please keep calm. So, Salam had this small place given to him, a 10 by 12 room, wherein he evolved a beautiful idea. He wanted to ensure the society around should evolve. So he wrote to many people of his contacts. He invited Nobel Prize winners in physics. And if you see the book which was known as From the Life of Physics, Salam invited many Nobel laureates into this small city, or it is not even a city, it's a small town. And then they had these evening lectures in physics, and it was compiled as a book, From the Life of Physics. And he went on to build this small effort. Then he wrote at some point of time to the local bank. He was a theoretician. He was only evolving a theory to understand the significance of binding all the forces in nature. And then he went on to write to the bank in Trieste, saying that he must be helped in order to promote some scientific interactions by eminent people around the world. And that bank, for God-known reasons, supported him. And subsequently, he was awarded the Nobel Prize. And once he got the Nobel Prize, I still remember the news. He was asked, it was around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the press went and met him and asked him, what do you think about a Nobel Prize in order to understand science? And then now you are saying you are going to the mosque to pray. You please understand, Italy is by far a Christian community, and still in a very small place in like Trieste, he had a fortune of having a small corner where he could collect a couple of people and then went on to pray. So when he came out, the press in large numbers, because he was associated with Cambridge, There were very large number of people, and that theory was considered to be one of the very unique theory, a string theory. So they asked him, what do you feel now? He said, I am going for prayer. So this is my prayer time. I will come back and discuss about string theory. No, we want to know, you are such a strong believer of science and you say you want to go for a prayer in a town which is predominantly a Christian society. He said, my prayer is my belief for my soul. Science is what has been taught to me and what has been something to the society. See the distinction he had in mind. The other person, to my understanding, who had the distinction of understanding the belief of science and religion was perhaps Gandhi. Gandhi also had a very clear distinction. It is a very thin line, we can say, but he had the distinction of believing science and religion. Coming back to Salam, Abdul Salam, as was very fondly known, when I met him, he was on moving with a walking stick, and I had the fortune of talking to him. And then he was explaining various aspects of life. And once he told me, whatever, he didn't know I'm an Indian or I come from a place in this city, etc. He simply said, you try to promote good science. For whatever God-known reasons, he said this to me. The very person who had this fortune of establishing an international center for theoretical physics in Italy was honored by the Italian government to give a percentage of the tax collected from the Italian citizens. Like we have an income tax structure, and we have this, by now all of you know, we have a PAN, so everybody is giving some tax as income tax or GST, the goods and services tax. So like this, there is a system in Italy to run the government, and they collect this tax. From that tax, a small percentage goes to the Vatican, which is the church for the global Christian community. Please understand, the government of Italy do not give any percentage other than Vatican, a small percentage from the tax collected. There is no earmarked budget other than to the Vatican, whereas they decided, the government of Italy decided to give ICTP a small percentage because of Salam. Not because what he did, not because of his exemplary Nobel Prize. They believed in his forevision, in his real vision. He went on to establish what is called as the Third World Academy of Sciences, from which he wanted to kind of invite people from anywhere in the world and then promote good science. That was the reason the Italian government gave him a small percentage from the total revenue or the tax revenue. Seeing this, the United Nations also gave an equal contribution to the development of this center. After Salam's death, then it was headed by an Indian, and subsequently it was headed by an Argentina person. And then there was a downfall because there was more expenditure in order to develop a lot of programs that was envisioned by Salam, and subsequently they had to decide to close this institution itself. There was a kind of statement from the government of Italy, the so-called governing people, politicians. They asked a question as to why an institute which was established by a Muslim or by name Salam has to be supported for a cause, which was absolutely science, but still the then politicians who were heading the government asked a question as to why it should be supported, because no other institution in Italy was very specifically funded with a percentage except Vatican. There was a question, and so they decided, let us stop for the time being. Let us see later on, because the government itself is running into some financial problem, so let us stop this. And naturally, the United Nations, which had an agreement with the Italian government, saying that if the Italian government gives a quantity or a money of X, they will also provide an equivalent amount. When this was stopped, the local, or rather the United Nations body also said, we will also hold it. They did not say stop, we will also hold it. Now you realize the idea I am trying to tell you. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe you are important. The local bank, which initially supported Salam, said, we will give all the money which has been stopped by the Italian government or the United Nations. See the belief system. A small local bank, it was not a huge bank, but they only enabled Salam to start ICTP, and they said, we will fund this ICTP until the others come forward to fund it. Since I was one of the fortunate members of getting support from ICTP, I was invited to give my expression whether this center should exist or it should be governed by a different mechanism. I had the fortune, so I expressed my views. It was not my view alone. There were several others who got benefited from ICTP, gave their views, and then the Italian government went back and voted and said, we will continue to support. And once the Italian government said, the United Nations also said the same thing. So I want you young graduates, this is a small lesson for you to emanate or to take as a message in this graduation. You can build an institution, you can think about evolving something purposeful. It is not about establishing an ICTP, or it is not about establishing a college like this. You must believe in yourself and take forward the message that you are important, and if you believe that you are important, you will establish whatever you have in your mind to the society, to the community at large. Thank you. And I wish you all the very best. Thank you all.
Let the candidates be now presented by heads of the departments. Graduates shall be presented by the respective head of the department in the following order. Postgraduate departments. I call the head of the Department of Economics.
I, Dr. G. Raman, MA, full PhD, head of the Department of Economics, HAJEE, ROWTHER College, Uttamapalem, present unto you the candidates in person in the Department of Economics who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Master of Arts of Mary Kamaraj University. Ms. Sajida Bardin, Ms. Salini R. Mr. Muhammad Abdullah. Ms. Anna Lakshmi. Anna Lakshmi. Amin Ansar. Mr. Principal, I, J. Ahmed Miran, MA, MPhil, PhD, Head of the Department of English, HAJEE ROWTHER HOWDIA College, Uttamapalaya, present and to you the candidates in person in the Department of English who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Master of Arts of Madurai Kamaraj University. Afia, Dharani Lakshmi, Kausalya, Aishwarya, Jasmine, Kasturi, Nubaila Rahmat, Rajaratinam, Ramya, Rubaina, Rubina, Sandhya, Sibana Panu, Soumya, Shri Aishwarya, Tahira Tasmin, Faizur Rahman, Rajapandian, Sheikh Dawood. History.
Mr. Principal, I, Dr. S. Varkis Jayaraj, MA, MPhil, MTM, PhD, Head of the Department of after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Master of Arts of Madurai Kamaraj University. Niveda, Yasmin, Tamil Selvi, D1, Sumair Sadiq, Rabik Raja, Syed Abudayir, Muhammad Faisal.
Mr. Principal, I. P. Murugan, MA, MPhil, PhD, Head of the Department of Tamil, HAJEE ROWTHER College, Uttamapalaya. Present unto you the candidates in person in the Department of Tamil who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Master of Arts of Madurai Kamaraj University. R. Maheshwari, Sandhya,
Mr. Principal, I, A. Abbas Andri, MCom, MPhil, PhD, Head of the Department of Commerce, HAJEE ROWTHER HOWDIA College, Uttamapalaya, present unto you the candidates in person in the Department of Commerce who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Master of Commerce of Madurai Kamarajar University. Anita, Devika, Divya, Komadi, Kalai Sangeeta, Kohila, Madhumida, Muthulakshmi, Nilofar, Kurshi, Prabhavati, Priya, Rajeshwari, Rumana Aslik, Sangeeta, Sivaranjani, Sweda, Tamil Selvi, Irfat Khalid, Muhammad Asif, Muhammad Ismail, Muhammad Sabir Raja, Raja Muhammad, Ram Kumar, Sabri Kumar, Yegia, Prasanna.
Mr. Principal, I, P. Srinivasan, M.Com, M.Phil, PGDCA, Head of the Department of Commerce with the Computer Application, HAJEE KARUTHA HOWDIA College, Uttambalayam, present unto you the candidates in person in the Department of Commerce with the Computer Application who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Master of Commerce Computer Application of Madurai Kamarajar University. Kalisuri K, J. Krishnan K, Netaji S, Ramkumar A, Abdul Anwar,
Mr. Principal, I, Dr. M. Kamal Nazar, MSc, MPhil, B.Ed, PhD, Head of the Department of Chemistry, HAJEE KARUTHA HOWDIA College, Uttambalayam, present unto you the candidates in person in the Department of Chemistry who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Master of Science of Madurai Kamarajar University. Name, Ilavarasi M. Lakshmi R. Lavanya M. Pragadiswari M. Radhi Devi N. Subhanandini N. Viji P. Balamurugan T. Kaja Maidin S. Muhammad Yusuf A. Raja Sedupati N. Ramesh K. Davat Shalvam M. Murali Manohar B. Thank you.
Computer Science.
Mr. Principal, I, Dr. Taslim Fatima, MCA, MPhil, PhD, Head of the Department of Information Technology, HAJEE KARUTHA HOWDIA College, Uttambalayam, present unto you the candidates in person in the Department of Information Technology who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Master of Science of Madurai Kamarajar University. Sai Sangavi, Sangeeta, Saranya Deepa, Shahita, Subiksha, Vinita, and Surya.
Mr. Principal, Miss HAJEE Prani, MSc, MPhil, PGDCA, Head of the Department of Mathematics, HAJEE KARUTHA HOWDIA College, Uttambalayam, present unto you the candidates in person in the Department of Mathematics who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Master of Science of Madurai Kamaraj University. Afira, Fauzia Banu, Ganga, Lata, Lavanya, Mariam Jennifer, Monica, Mufina, Nargis Fatima, Ramila, Resma Ulfat, Rifaya Fatima, Satya, Sarin Taj, Sulfia Rilwana.
Mr. Principal, I am Ahmad Ismail, MSc, Head of the Department of Physics, HAJEE KARUTHA HOWDIA College, Uttamapalayam, present unto you the candidate in person in the Department of Physics who have been received certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Master of Science of Madurai Kamaraj University. Pavitrani M. Kanipiriya K. Madhumadi M. Pooja M. Sulaiha Banu M. Abhinesh R. Anbarasan G.
Mr. Principal, I, Dr. M. Mohammed Miran, MSc MPhil PhD, Head of the Department of Zoology, HAJEE KARUTHA HOWDIA College, Uttamapalayam, present and to you the candidate in person in the Department of Zoology who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Master of Science of Madurai Kamaraj University. Gausalya M. Nubla Parveen, Ramya, Renuka, Saranya, Deepak, Sundaralingam, Syed Marzook, and Sivapriya. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Principal, I am Sayyid Abdul Qadir, MA, MPhil, MBA, Head of Department of Arabic, HAJEE KARUTHA HOWDIA College, Uttamapalayam, present unto you the candidates in person. The Department of Arabic have been certified by after examination to duly qualified to receive the degrees of Bachelor of Arts of Madurai Kamaraj University. Basra Fatima, Katibar Nisha, Nasreen Fatima, Marjana Parveen, Rabiatul Basariya, Sreen Fatima, Salman Basi.
Biochemistry.
I am Mariam Bibi, MSc B.Ed, Head of the Department of Biochemistry, HAJEE KARUTHA HOWDIA College, Uttamapalayam. Present unto you the candidate in person in the Department of Biochemistry who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Bachelor of Science of Madurai Kamaraj University. Abarna, Abhita, Bhavatarani, Kausalya, Jaya Vaishnavi, Kalishwari, Kirtana K, M. Kirtana, Madhumita, Meena, Muthukamali, Pradhiba, Shanmugapriya, Abubakar Shittik A. Abubakar Shittik A. Yes, Abubakar Shittik, Madheshwaran, Muhammad Harish, Mujibur Rahman, Nivash Wani, Pandiyarajan, Prashant, Sundar, Vishnu, Yayati, Surya Prakash, and Kamalaveni. Thank you.
சரி சரி கரெக்டா சரி Mr. Principal, I, Abdul Hakim, M.Com. MPhil Set, Head of the Department of Business Administration, HAJEE KARUTHA HOWDIA College, Uttamapalayam, present unto you the candidates in person in the Department of Business Administration who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Bachelor of Business Administration of Madurai Kamaraj University. Anupriya, Dhanalakshmi, Divya, Mutthalakshmi, Nishantini, Pavitra, Priyadarshini, Roja, Vaishnavi Devi, Vani, Vinubala, Vishali, Vishnupriya, Abis, Ajit and Ajit, Amarnath, Dhanasegara, Dinesh Kumar, Aishwar, Jayaprakash, Kesavaraman, Kishore Praveen, Muhender Amarnath, Nivas, Pandian, Prabhakaran, Praveen, Rajesh, Sitish, Sivaneswaran, Vetrivel Pandian, Yuvaraj and Kabir Mohammed. Thank you, sir. Mr. Principal, I, Dr. M. Kamal Lazar, MSc MPhil, B.Ed, PhD, Head of the Department of Chemistry, HAJEE HOWDIA College, Uttamapalayam, present unto you the candidates in person in the Department of Chemistry who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Bachelor of Science of Madurai Kamaraj University. The candidates are Amina Siddiqa, Bhavani, Brinda Agency, Divya, Kirtika, Maria Falika, Muthu Karpayi, Sahaya Vinsiya, Sonia, Sweta, Adiban, Hamid Aslam, Hariharan, Muhammad Anas, Muhammad Hamid, Taufik, Afsana, Deepika, Munira Barveen, Nitya, Ramya, Renos Fatima Kani, Sangavi, Sifana Banu, Abdullah, Abdul Wahid, Manoj Kumar, Sandana Piroli, Sultan Ibrahim, Raghunathan. Thank you.
Mr. Principal, I, A. Abbas Mandare, M.Com. MPhil PhD, Head of the Department of Commerce, HAJEE KARUTHA HOWDIA College, Uttamapalli, present to you the candidates in person in the Department of Commerce who have been certified by, after the examination, to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Bachelor of Commerce of Madurai Kamaraj University. Abhinaya, Afri, Arokya Sindhusa, Arokya Ajita, Asmat Kasina, Deepika, Devagi, Fatima Parveen, Fasila, Gayatri, Jayalakshmi, Jumana, Kartika, Lavina Flora Mary, Mange Karasi, Manjusri, Muttulachimi, Muttichelvi, Najla Fatima, Neela Meghala, Nega, Nityasri, Priyadarshini, Priyanga, Rema Fatima, Rifaya, Sharmila, Sharmila Ji, Sonali, Sweda, Taslima Manu, Yoga Darshini, Abdul Rahman, Ajay Aravind, Ajit Kumar, Gohul Balaji, Habibur Rahman, Hari Shankar, Jagadishwara. Habibur Rahman, Hari Shankar, Jagadishwar, Kaja Arshad, Kalidas, Madan Kumar, Muhammad Asif, Muhammad Salman Farish, Muhammad Ashad, Nahur Meera, Parsit Kumar, Pon Mutturaja, Rahmatullah, Raja Manikam, Salvar Sadiq, Sandoz, Selva Kesava, Siva, Tirupati, Vigneshwar. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Principal, I, Dr. N. Tahira, M.Com, M.Phil, BHD, Head of the Department of Banking Management, HAJEE KARUTHA, HOWDIA College, Uthumapalayam, present and review the candidate persons in the Department of Banking Management who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Banking of Madurai Kamaraj University. Anandi, Anupriya, Deepa, Devapriya, Divya Surya, Jnana Aisling Priya, Kausalya A. Kausalya, R. Kausalya, Hidaya Mary Nisha, Kirtika, Logeshwari, P. Mahalakshmi, P. Murgheswari, Nandini, Pavitra, Satyapriya, Sneha, Sumitra, Sureka, he last. Baumidabar, Abdul Majid, Ahmad Asif, M. Ajit Kumar, S. Ajit Kumar, Amritali, Anand Kumar, Arun Kumar, Chandru, Harish Kumar, M. Kartheswaran, Muhammad Darwish, Naveen, Periya Karpasamy, S. Pradeep Kumar, R. Pradeep Kumar, S. Pradeep Kumar, S. Prasad, S. Ram Kumar, R. Ram Kumar, Riyaz Ahmad, Sandoz, Selva Kumar, Surya, Vinod Kumar, Vishnu Prasad, R. Pradeep Kumar. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Principal, I, P. Srinivasan, M.Com, M.Phil, PGDCA, Head of the Department of Commerce with the Computer Application, HAJEE KARUTHA, HOWDIA College, Uthumapalayam. present unto you the candidates in person in the Department of Commerce with the computer application who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Bachelor of Commerce, Computer Application of Madurai Kamaraj University. Jnana Deepika, Gobi Kalyani, Karthika, Lachana Priya, Lavanya, Modika, Muthu Lakshmi, Rosini R, Rosini M, Srinivasa Vasini, Albin Jayasuriya, Anguchami, Hariharan, Arun Kumar, Gobi Krishnan, Gautam Rajkumar, Hariharan, Harisankar, Kannadasan, Kartheswaran, Karthik Raja, Mohammad Aswar, Muthu Pandey, Paul Pandiyan, Saravana Kumar, Sasi Kumar, Selva Kumar, Siva, Sudarshan, Surendran, Vasanta Kumar, Vigneshwar.
Mr. Principal, I, S. Rajdev, MS, PGPC, MS, Head of Department of Computer Science, HAJEE HOWDIA College, Uttambalayam, present unto you the candidates in person in the Department of Computer Science who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Bachelor of Science of Madurai Kamaraj University. Candidates N. Kalevani, G. Karuthha, K. Malayarasi, G. Pudumadi, S. Priyanka, P. Revati, S. Safi Nisa, A. Sakti Swapita, M. Venila, K. Arun Kumar, S. Ashik Amir, A. Clement Raja, S. Vinagaran, K. Divya Prakash, M. Hariharan, S. Indrajit, E. Jinit Ajay, S. Kannan, C. Madhivanan, N. Muhammad Riaz Rahman, M. Muhammad Samir, P. Muhammad Sabir, A. Sheikh Muhammad Wasim, H. Rajdev, S. Uday Kumar, S. Vikram, K. Vijay Anand, and R. Vivek. Thank you, sir.
I, Dr. J. Ramanan, MA and PhD, Head of Economics, HAJEE HOWDIA College, Uttambalayam, present unto you the candidates in person in the Department of Economics who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Bachelor of Arts from Mother University. Abhirami, Deeva, Gauri, Ebika, Jennifer, Jayanti, Kirbalini, Nitya, Malati, Muslina Mulvin, Monica Levensi, Nandini, Priya, Shalini, Subhasini, Shruti, Tamima Bhavana, Uvana, Vinita, Yogita, Abdul Rahman, Akash, Ijaz Ahmed, Manoj Kumar, Muhammad Irfan, Mutuvel, Naveen Kumar, Pandi Prakash, Surya Prakash, and Veer Raju. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Principal, I, PhD, Head of the Department of English, HAJEE HOWDIA College, Uttamapalli, present and to you the candidates in person in the Department of English who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Bachelor of Arts of Madurai Kamaraj University. M. Abhirami, P. Abhirami, Africa, Aisha Sahina, Aisha Samrit, Bhavadharani, Deepa, Divya, Durga Devi, Gopika, Jay Chitra, Jamina Shirin, Jumaira Fatima, Khatija, Kirtana, Logeshwari, Meega, Muhammad Fatima, Mohan Priya, Monica Janet, Mufida Fatima, Navadurga, Nandini, Nasrin Fatima, Navina, Nitya Priya, Niveda, Rikasha, Roja Mansoora, Safrin Fatima, Sangeeta Durga, Sandhya, Satya, Celsia, Selvalakshmi, Serlin Fatima, Shahira Banu, Shanta, Silmia Zanofer, Yen Soumya, R Soumya, Shruti, Swade, Vaishnavi Devi, Vishali, Yasmin Rifana, நல்லா இருக்கு. Archieman, Abdul Manan, Kalyana Kumar, and Nihila Akash.
காதர்
qualified to receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts of Madurai Kamaraj University. Afrima Fatima, Chitra Lekha, Jagadishwari, Jenny Rifana, Kirtika, Lavanya, Madhumita, Maulia, Princey, Ramila, Sangeeta, Sifana Fatima, Soundarya, Swamya, Swarnya, Subbalakshmi, Vanisri, Vidya Priya, Vigneshwari,
Muhammad Farooq, Anthony Vijaya, Karthika, Kavyasri, Murugeshwari, Nidisa, Srinidhi, Abul Basit, Ajmer Khan, Arun Kumar, Ashraf Ali, Bhuvaneswaran, Gautam Kumar, Kulanda Yesu, Nagaraj, Praveen Kumar, Rahul, Ramar, Ram Kumar, Riyasuddin, Shashi Kumar, Shakti Swandan.
Mr. Principal, I, Dr. J. Tasleen Fatima, MCA, MPhil, PhD, Head of Department of Information Technology, HAJEE KARUTHA, HOWDIA College, Uttamapalayam, present unto you the candidates in person in the Department of Information Technology who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Bachelor of Science of Madurai Kamaraj University, Arabi, Danya, Gayatri, Haripriya, Malati, Monica, Narmada, Pandichelvi, Vanilla, Arun, Balakrishnan, Bharanidharan, Bharat, Deepak Siddharthanan J, Divakar R, Dinesh S, Hrithik GP, Jeevanandam S, Kadirvel M, Likit Krishnan MK, Lokeshwaran E, Madan Prakash M, Mohammad Muzambil S, Ponram S, Pradeep Kumar S, Shanmuga Sundaram S, Tyagu S, Vishwa M, Yogesh M, Yuhan K, and Vignesh M. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Principal, I, Mrs. HAJEE, MSc MPhil PGDCA, Head of the Department of Mathematics, HAJEE HOWDIA College, Uttamapalayam, present and to you the candidates in person in the Department of Mathematics who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Bachelor of Science of Madurai Kamaraj University. Afrin Haridaya, Aksaya, Anusa, Bavadarani, Dharani, Fahima, Gayatri, S. Gayatri, Kalila, Mahariba Banu, Maheshwari, Mahmuda Asima, Monisa, Muttu Karthikey Chelvi, Nafila Afrin, Nagalakshmi, Nasreen Banu, Nurul Sifaya, Pradeepa, Rafina Banu, Safrina, Sarani, Safa Rizma, Siva Bharati, Sorubarani, Soundarya, Tasmia Ramesh, Iban Raj, Karpasamy, Said Mohammed, Vel Murhan, Rahima. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Principal, I, R.M. Lakshmanan, MSc MPhil, Head of the Department of Microbiology, HAJEE HOWDIA College, Uttamapalayam, present unto you the candidates in person, the Department of Microbiology, who have been certified by after examination to be qualified to receive the degrees of Bachelor of Science of Madurai Kamaraj University. Kavidarshini M, Ovia M, Pravina R, Rubia S, Sarna Faisal F, Sureshna, Swati, Dinesh Kumar, Hari Gautam, Manoj Kumar, Murugeswaran, Nikhil Abhinesh, Pandya Prabhu R, Sarathi Kumar B, Saravanan R, Surya C, Tamim Ansari, Ali J, Veerabhadran M, Vignesh R, Thank you, sir.
Mr. Principal, I am Muhammad Ismail, MSc, Head of the Department of Physics, HAJEE ROWTHER HOWDIA College, Uttamapalayam, present unto you the candidate in person in the Department of Physics who have been certified by, after examination, to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Bachelor of Science of Madurai Kamarajar University. Abarna R. Anis Pavia S. Anida C. Hajira BV S. Irfana A. Jahira J. Jayasri S. Karthika R. Kanimuli B. Majida Begum A. Merlin Rina A. Nandini N. Nasrin Fatima M. Pooja K. Priyadarshini M. Riya R. Rufini K. Satya Priya K. Safa Nisrin B. Surekha R. Vidya K M. Arvind Kumar K. Castro S. Jiva S. Madi Alagan R. Muhammad Anas S. Muhammad Samir H. Ranjit Kumar B. Rohit G. Senadimidi C. Pavitra M.
Mr. Principal, I, Dr. M. Mohammed Miran, MSc MPhil PhD, Head of the Department of Zoology, HAJEE ROWTHER College, Uttamapalayam, present to you the candidates in person in the Department of Zoology who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Bachelor of Science of Madurai Kamarajar University. Asina Begum, Abhinaya, Alfia, Bavadarini, Divya, Gomati, Ifrin Banu, Janaga Mari, Kirtika, Likita, Nitya Kala, Priyadarshini, Raisa Fatima, Renuka, Rizwana, Sabina Begum, Sahana, Suhasini, Swati, Ahmad Miran, Jayaseelan, Muhammad Ibrahim, Poomani, Vignesh, Prabhakaran, and Karthik.
Now the senior most professor Dr. S. Raj will present the in absentia candidates list.
Mr. Principal, under the law of the university, I present unto you in absentia the following number of candidates who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Madurai Kamaraj University in respective departments. MA Economics 7, MA English 22, MA History 15, MA Tamil 2, MCom 38, MCom CA 5, MSc Mathematics 22, MSc Chemistry 16, MSc Computer Science 7, MSc Physics 7, MSc Zoology 9, BA Arabic 10, Banking Management 15, BCom CA 42, BSc Biochemistry 32, BBA 48, BCom 64, BSc Chemistry 30, BSc Computer Science 35, BA Economics 37, BA English 58, BA History 50, BSc Information Technology 33, BSc Mathematics 38, BSc Microbiology 28, BSc Physics 35, BSc Zoology 28. Thank you.
Now it's the time for administration of the pledge. Graduates, please stand up. Now I will read the pledge and you have to repeat it. We shall, please repeat what I say. We shall, in thought, word, and deed, ever endeavor to be scrupulously honest in the discharge of our duties in our profession, and shall uphold the dignity and integrity of our profession and the honor of our university. We shall uphold and advance social order and the well-being of our fellow members, and shall devote all our energy to promote unity, integrity, and the secular ideal of our country. By virtue of the authority vested in me as the principal of HAJEE KARUTHA HOWDIA College, Uttamapalayam, I admit you to the several degrees for which you have been declared qualified, and in token thereof, I permit you to wear the academic robes ordained and the insignia of your degrees. I dissolve this graduation ceremony. National Anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलति तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जाहे तब शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय जय